Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abhay and we are covering the complete Python course for beginners and this is the chapter 6. In the last video, we saw what is comparison operators in which we return true or false based on the conditions. In this video, we will use those comparisons in decision making using if-else statements in a Python. This is one of the most important concept in programming. So let's understand first like why we need if else statement in a programming. So in a real life, like there are many places there we need to make a decisions. Okay, so let's understand what is this decision making in any of the programming language. Then we will understand like how to implement this in a Python. So let's understand this via example. Okay, if the user age is 18 or older, then in the system we will allow the access. Otherwise, we will deny the access. So this is just as an example. Okay, in a real life, if you see there are a lot of places like we need to we need to check the user age like in the voting system. Okay, if the user is 18th or older. Okay, in that case only like we will allow the person to vote. Otherwise the children's and all like they are not allowed to vote. Okay, so there if we want to implement such system in the programming, there like we can use this if else statements. Okay, so basically like let me summarize it again. So basically if we want to design a program, there we want to check if a person is eligible for vote or not, we can use if else statement. Okay, this is just an example to understand what is this decision making and how we can implement the decision making using the if else statement. This if else statements like come in every programming. Okay, if you see the C language, Java, or everything, like there like you will find this if else statements everywhere. Okay, just the new thing is this the second statement, which is else if. Okay, the combination of these two, this is the unique one in the Python. So we will see how to implement this as well in a Python. Okay, so let's understand and see how we can implement the basic of if else statement in a code. Okay, so let's create the code for the decision making. So first of all, let's take the example of that voting system again. Okay, there like we will ask the user for their age. On the basis of their age, like we will let them know whether they are eligible for a voting or not. Okay, so for such system, let's take the input from the user first. Okay, like their age. So we are taking the input from the user. There like we will tell them enter your age. Okay, once we get the age, then what we can do, like we need to check that age is greater than 18 or not. Okay, that person is greater than 18 or not. Okay, so how we can do it? We can do it using the if condition. If age and is greater than 18, if you remember in the last video we talked about this comparison operators, it's greater than. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are checking if age is greater than 18 or not. Okay, this is just a comparison operator which we seen in the last video, and this comparison of condition like we have put in the if statement. After this, what we can do, we can put just a semicolon colon. Then what we can do, if a person is greater than 18, then we can just put the print. Okay, for now like we are just putting the message you are eligible for voting. Okay, that's it. So what this if what this if do, it will check whether this age is greater than 18 or not. So let's see first what we will get in the output. Okay, then I will explain you what is this. Okay, it is asking what is enter your age. So let me put 22. In case of 22, it is not supported between string and integer. Okay, so basically this is age is a string. Okay, so in order to take the input, what I need to do, I need to provide the integer. Okay, that's also we saw in some of the videos in the last some of the videos. Okay, like how to take the integer input in the Python, because by default like this come as a string, and when we are comparing two values, like they are supposed to be same type. Let me run it again. Okay, it is asking for my age. Let me put 22 this time again. Then it is showing me you are eligible for a vote. Let me rerun again and let me put some other age. It is asking for an age. Let me put 12. It is not doing anything. Okay, like it is not giving me the message again. So if you see the pattern, like here in this place, we are checking the age and we are comparing with the 18th number, because we know like 18 is our point, like where we need to check the age, and okay, it's kind of a boundary. So what if condition doing here? It is checking whether this is returning the true or false. Okay, so basically in the if condition, like it is just checking whether this is true or not. If this is true, it is going inside this print. Okay, if it is not true, it is not going inside this print. So you can consider this line, this print line is kind of a body of this if condition. Okay, if the condition met, if this become true, then this will go inside this body, otherwise it will not go, it will go after this. Okay, this is let me print something here, outside. Okay, so this is outside of the if condition. Okay, like if statements will not impact anything here, but this is the part where like it is affecting. Okay, if this is true, then it will go inside this. Okay, in some other programming language, we define the body by the curly braces. Okay, but here in a Python, like when you use the colon, okay, by default the line will start from the here. Okay, not from the here. So like there is an indentation of this, like if you see the space available between this. Okay, and by like when you are putting the semicolon, like if you run like this, like it will give the error. Okay, because Python is checking the intended blocks. So what you need to do, like whenever if you face something like this, just go there and put the tab. Okay, so by default, like it will add the spaces. Okay, so when you see some spaces here, so you can consider like this print statement is a part of this if condition. I hope you get my point. Okay, this statement is independent of this if statement, but this statement, this print statement is a part of this condition. If this condition is true, in only in that case, like it will print the you are eligible for voting. Okay. But let's do more implementation. Let's understand what is this else. Okay, this in case of else, we are doing you are not eligible for voting. Okay, so you can consider like else is nothing but a else is nothing but a whatever remained after the if condition. Okay, if so, how you can read this code, you can read like that way. If this will become true, then it will execute this print. If it is false, then it will execute this line. Okay, so whatever remain from the if, it will go in the else part. Okay, and at a time it will only run only one statement, either this or either this. Okay, either the body of the if, either the body of else. Okay, let's run this, and let me put the 22 again. It is showing me you are eligible for voting. Okay, and by default, like outside is coming. Okay, but that we don't require for now, but let me let it be there. And it is asking for the age again. Let me put 13. In this case, it is showing me the message you are not eligible for a voting. Okay, so this is simply a decision making. If the person is greater than 18, then we are telling them like you are eligible, otherwise we are telling them you are not eligible. Okay, I hope you got my point. Let's understand this if else condition with one more example, or we can also see what is this L if. Okay, the combination of both else and if. Okay, let's understand this by some other example. Okay, let me remove this completely. Suppose if we have the grade system, okay, grade system in the college or a school, where like if we have the marks greater than or is equals to 90, in that case, we are considering like this is the grade A. I'm just like this is not the actual code. I am just like giving you idea. Okay, like we will write a code for it, but right now like I'm just giving you idea. Okay, what like systems work. We all know like if the marks is greater than 90, then it is considered as a grade A. If the marks is greater than 75, okay, then this is considered as a grade B. then marks is, if the marks is greater than 60, then this is considered as a grade C. All remaining marks considered as grade D. Okay, suppose if we want to make a program there, like we will provide the marks and the system will tell us what is the grade, okay, for a student. So we know this system, okay, if the marks is greater than 90, then in that case we are telling them like this is the grade A. If the marks is greater than 75, then we are considering that as a grade B. If the marks is greater than 60, then we are considering that as a grade C, or less than 60, like whatever the remaining marks, okay, 50, 40 or whatever, that we considered as a grade D. Okay, so like we need to write a program for such thing. Okay, so how we can write program for thing for that? Let me comment this. I'm not sure how the comment will work in the Python. Maybe this. Okay. Okay, so we are going to create a system there, like we will ask the user for the marks and we will provide the grade. Okay, so first of all, let's take the marks from the input, and there we want to display a message: enter your marks to check the grade. Okay, I am putting the /n just for the line breaking. Okay, once we get the marks, then what we can do, we can check if the marks is greater than or is equals to 90. In that case, we are telling them you have grade A. Okay, if the marks is greater than 90. Okay, so this is more like when we get the multiple conditions. Okay, so how we can implement that what we are checking. Okay, then in what we can do, this is done. Okay, if the marks is greater than 90, then you are grade A. Otherwise, if the marks is not greater than 90, okay, then what we can do, we can use the else. After this else, we can implement the if condition again. There, like we need to check whether the marks is greater than 75. Okay, then print you have grade B. Okay, like that way we can implement the multiple conditions. Okay, and this is a nested if else. Okay, so how it will work, first it is checking whether the marks is greater than 90 or not. If it is greater than 90, then we are printing the message. Okay, and then otherwise, if the marks is not greater than 90, in that case we are coming in this else statement. Then again we are checking whether the marks is greater than 75 or not. If they are greater than 75, then we are showing the message we have the grade B. Okay, let's see for now. Okay, let's see how it will work. Okay, in the output it is asking for the grade. Let me put the 91. Okay, again I am facing that issue. Let me put in here. Okay, let me rerun it. Okay, it is asking for the marks, so let me put the 91. So it is showing you have a grade A. Okay, let me rerun and put some other marks. Let me put some 80. It is showing grade B. Okay, so like that way, like we can implement the multiple things. Okay, but instead of this else if again and again, like in the Python we have solution in which, like instead of this, what we can do in the else part is only, like we can implement the condition like that way, even this if not required. Okay, so what it will do, first it will check the 90, then it will come here. Okay, and it will check the 75. Okay, so like we combined the else and the next if, like that way. Okay, so this is the statement in the Python. So like that way it will be easy to implement the multiple conditions. So let me put more conditions here. If the marks is greater than 60, then in that case I am going to print you have grade C. Okay, this colon is wrong. Then after this, if you remember L16, like we know like this is a grade C. After that, we know like whatever marks we have, we are considering that as a grade D. Okay, so in the end, what we can do, we can just put the else. Okay, there is no if conditions right now. Okay, because we don't want to check anything right now. We know for all the marks remaining, like we need to print the grade D. You have grade D. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so you understand, like this is our problem statement there. Like we consider this is a system. Okay, there, like we want to get the marks from the user on, and based on the marks, like we want to suggest the grade. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, let's try and run it. Okay, let me input let 45. Okay, this is just a grade D marks. Okay, so it is showing you have a grade D. Let me rerun it and check. What number, let's do random. Okay, 68. It is showing grade C. Okay, so this is the program by which like you can convert your marks into a grade. Okay, so I hope you understand what this if statement, then this else if statement. Okay, then in the end else statements. Okay, so out of all this print, all this statement, consider this whole thing as a one body. Okay, so in this one body only one print will execute. Okay, in the output, if you see, we only have printed the one print statement at a time. Okay, it is not like that, like when we are checking this, like we are printing this is this print statement, then this again, it is not working like that. Okay, so at a time, okay, in the one run it will only print one print statement. Okay, not the multiple print statements. I hope you got my point. Let's move to the PPT again. So that's it for this video. Okay, I hope you understand what is this decision making in a Python and how we can implement the if else statement in a Python. These if else statements are very important. Okay, in whatever language you are working on, like these are the basic things. Okay, because later, like when you are writing some large project or large programs, okay, there, like these are the basic if else statements. Okay, it will, like you will implement them in almost every program you write. Okay, so in the next video, we will see what is this logical operators, okay, in Python, and how we can implement the logical operators in a Python. If you are enjoying this Python series and want to stay with me, then please like and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubt, then you can comment on this video or you can ping me on my Instagram. Okay. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.